This is Moco Stage Stories with Isabel Dawson, the Executive Director at the Puppet Co. What kind of shows and stories do you typically do, and how does that influence your productions?
We do a lot of fairy tales and those initial myths and urban tales that have existed for hundreds of years that we like to be able to retell for the stage, and we often find can cross a lot of cultural boundaries.
So you succeeded Tony Goldberg as Executive Director in 2023. What made you want to come work here?
The Puppet Co. is so special in this very rare form of both art and performing arts. And I've always had a very big heart for theater, and getting to do especially so much theater for young audiences and teaching these youngest members how to have empathy has been so important.
What are the different types of puppets used in productions, and how does that influence the storytelling?
We use a wide variety of puppets. We use marionettes, which are on strings. We use rod puppets. We use hand and glove puppets, as well as mouth puppets like Muppets. And it really depends on the story we want to tell and the scale of that story when we're trying to decide on the style of puppetry.
How would you describe the Puppet Co.'s role in Glen Echo and the greater Montgomery County area?
We've always been in Montgomery County and actually within Glen Echo since our founding in 1983. We are kind of always the standstill, consistent part of the theater community for over 40 years now. And we recently received recognition at the Helen Hayes Awards with a nomination for Best Theater for Young Audiences. So we definitely are a part of the thriving arts in Montgomery County.
What kind of feedback do you receive from audiences, especially young children and their families?
Parents are often shocked at just how long the attention span is for their children when they're watching puppets. And children often are just enthralled with the puppets, especially our animal puppets like Jenny the cat.
So how do you envision the puppet company impacting Montgomery County further?
We're starting to add more and more adult programming and showing how puppetry can be used in ways not just for children. And we'd like to really reach more and more children. Hopefully through donations and grants, we can make our puppetry more affordable so that every child in Montgomery County is able to see a puppet show through a field trip, through a trip with their parents or grandparents, and really experience this magic of puppetry. We're always trying to make sure that we provide age recommendations and are very strategic and intentional when we develop shows to make sure that we're not speaking down to the children, but we're still breaking things down in a vocabulary and in a way that they can understand and be engaged by.